Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. My name is Christian, and in today's video we have come up with a material schedule that contains the quantities of materials that are required to build this particular 4-bedroom house that you're seeing. This house is seated on a plot of land that is 50 by 100. It can fit on that plot of land. That is the minimum that it could fit on, and you really have some ample parking space, which is 12.5 decimals. Well, the reason for these videos is to give hope to everyone and the confidence that certain things can really be achieved. Because you see, when it comes to this construction world, in case you're planning to build anything, it doesn't matter what it may be. It may be a bungalow or a school, whatever it is, you need to have building plans first, because it is out of those building plans that you can develop these quantities of materials and then the money that you're likely to spend on a particular structure. Well, I'll be lying to you if you find me in the road and then you ask me how much of it cost me to build a 5-bedroom house, and I just give you a random figure like 500 million minus even looking through the plans. Well, I'll be lying to you, because it is out of these building plans that we develop this bill of quantities and then come up with the material schedules that are required for us to build any particular house, whatever it may be. So now this house is not so big, but it is just enough for a family setting. It could accommodate a family of maybe 4 kids, because there's a boys room and a girls room, then there is a guest room, and there is also the master bedroom, and it also has where the maid can stay. It really has some saturation spacing, as we will see, yes, in time to come. So we are going to see the quantities of materials that we will require to build this particular house. Now, the sizes of the rooms, with the sizes I mean the dimensions of the rooms, are what determine how much quantity of material that you require to build a certain house. Yes, please take note of that. So let's see our material schedules that consists of the quantities of the materials that are required for us to build this particular house. Now, in this material schedule of ours, we have phased the house in 2 phases. So we have the substructure, which has the foundation and the plinth wall and the ground slab. Then we also have the reinforced frame. Then we have the walling part. Then we have the staircase part. And we also have the finishing phase, which has got an interior and exterior plastering. Then we have the electrical installation and the plumbing installation as well. So let's start with the substructure phase, which has the foundation. Now in the foundation, we will need to buy 12mm bars, binding wire. We need to buy cement, lake sand. We need only 2 4 trips. Then we need lake sand, plaster sand. We need half a 4 trip. We need post aggregate, 3 4 trips, and that will bring us to a total of 5,029,000 shillings. Going ahead, still under our substructure, we'll need the starter columns, and in the starter columns we'll need to put 16mm bars for reinforcement. Then we need 8mm bars. These ones are for the rings that we tie around the columns. Then we need binding wire for tying those rings around the columns. We need 2 rolls. Then cement, we need 18 bags. We need lake sand, 1 4 trip, plaster sand. Then cost aggregate, we need 2 4 trips, and that will bring us to a total of 3,827,000 shillings. Still under our substructure, we'll need to have the plinth wall constructed, and in this plinth wall we'll need DPC. We need cement or strip concrete, that is for blinding of it under the trenches before we start the brickwork for the plinth wall. Then we need lake sand, we need coarse aggregate, 1 4 trip, then bricks, clay bricks in particular. Yeah, we need 840 pieces. Then we need lake sand. This is for the plinth walls. Then we also need hoop iron. This one to avoid excessive cracks in the wall. Yes, we'll place it every after 3 courses. We need 6 rolls. Then we need hard core, 10 forward trips. This is for strengthening the foundation of the structure. Then we also need maram. Yes, maram. We first put maram, we backfill with maram. Then on top of the maram, we put hard core. Still under our substructure, we need put a ground beam, and in the ground beam, we'll have to buy cement, 23 bags. Then we need lake sand, 1.5 forward trips, plaster sand. Coarse aggregate, we need 2.5 forward trips, 12 millimeter bars, we need 39 pieces. Then 8 millimeter bars, we need 71 pieces. Then we also need timber, 9x1. This is for formwork. While we are casting the ground beam, we need 98 pieces. Then we need timber 4x2 for batting of 9x1. We need 39 pieces, and that will bring us to a total of 6,162,500 shillings. Then to our ground slab, we need DPM. We need DPM, and this will cut off moisture capillarity from the ground to the ground floor of the house. We need BRC N98. We need 1.5 rolls. Then we need cement, 80 bags. We need sand. We need lake sand. We need plaster sand, 1.5 forward trips. Then we need coarse aggregate. This is all for concrete, 7 forward trips. And that will bring us to a total of 7,808,300 shillings. Now, going up to our superstructure, which has got the reinforced frame, we will need to put columns, and in these columns we'll buy 16 millimeter bars. We need 20 pieces. We need 8 millimeter bars. We need 33 pieces. We need cement, 17 bags. Then we need lake sand, 1.5 forward trips. We need coarse aggregate, 2 forward trips, and that will bring us to a total of 3,740,700 shillings. Still under our superstructure, we have block walling, and in this block walling, we need to buy 200 millimeter blocks. We need 3,020 pieces. We need cement, 58 bags. Lake sand, we need 3.5 forward trips. Plaster sand, this is for mixing of the mortar, 1.5 forward trips, and that will bring us to a total of 10,740,800 shillings. Under the staircase section, still we will need to buy 12 millimeter bars. These are for reinforcing the staircases. Now we need 11 pieces. Then we need 10 millimeter bars. We need 8 pieces. Binding wire, we need to buy cement, 20 bags. Lake sand, 1 forward trip. Plaster sand, coarse aggregate, 2 forward trips, and that will bring us to a total of 2,569,500 shillings. Still under our superstructure, we have the ground floor ring beam, where we'll need to buy 16 millimeter bars, 49 pieces, 8 millimeter bars, 59 pieces. Binding wire, we need to buy binding wire, cement, 35 bags, and lake sand, plaster sand, and coarse aggregate, 3.5 forward trips, and that will bring us to a total of 8,290,500 shillings. Still under our superstructure, we have the first floor slab, and under the first floor slab, we need to buy 12 millimeter bars for the ribs. Then we need to buy max pans, 684 pieces, cement. We need to buy 87 bags, lake sand, plaster sand, 1.5 forward trips. Then we need to buy coarse aggregate, 9 forward trips, binding wire, BRC, DPM. Then for supporting our first floor suspended slab, we need to buy timber 9x1, 192 pieces. We need to buy timber 4x2 and poles, 384 pieces. And that will bring us to a total of 18,683,500 shillings. If you are to go to block walling of the first floor, we will have to buy 200mm blocks. We need to buy 2,800 pieces. We need to buy DPM. We need to buy cement, flake sand, plaster sand, hoop iron, and that will bring us to a total of 9,724,700 shillings. Still under our superstructure, we need to buy scaffolds, poles, and timber. Then we need to so going ahead to the first floor ring beam. In a ring beam, we need to buy 12mm steel bars, 7mm steel bars, a cement sand, lake sand and plaster sand, as well as post aggregates, 2 forward trips. Now to our first floor column, we'll buy 12mm bars, 80mm bars, cement. Need to buy lake sand, plaster sand, post aggregates, which will bring us to a total of 3,379,500 shillings. Yes, heading on to our roof, we need common rafters, purlins, tie beams, bridges, 4 pieces, iron sheets, 86 pieces, valleys, fascia boards, 22 pieces, gutters, and roofing nails, nails of 4-inch, 3-inch, and 4x2 timber for ceiling, expanded metal 10 bundles, cement, lake sand. This is for the mortar ceiling, casting, and plaster sand, which will bring us to a total of 11,701,300 shillings. Now on the finishes, still under our superstructure, we go to the finishing phase, the ground floor plastering. The exterior plastering, we'll need to buy cement, lake sand, and plaster sand, 1.5 forward trips of plaster sand. Then for the interior plastering, interior wall plastering and the ceiling, we need to buy cement, plaster sand and lake sand plus lime, which will bring us to 6,471,000 shillings. Heading on to our first floor plastering, the exterior plastering will cost us 1,410,200 shillings. Then the interior and ceiling plastering for the first floor, we will have to buy cement, lake sand, plaster sand, and lime, which will bring us to a total of 5,369,000 shillings. Still under our superstructure, we will have to do some stonework, that is on the finishing phase for the plinth wall, and also at the front of the house where we saw some stonework, and it will cost us 6,640,000 shillings. On our floor finishes, we have to buy lake sand, plaster sand, adhesive, tiles, spacers, corner strips, grout, and that will cost us 14,929,400 shillings. For the windows, we will need 7,024,500 shillings for the windows. Then the doors will need 12,766,100 shillings. Then the painting phase will need to buy undercoat, vinyl silk, weather guard, rollers, thinner, 2 brushes, 2-inch brushes, 3-inch brushes, 4-inch brushes, and that will cost us 5,378,900 shillings. And still under the finishing phase, we'll have to do some electrical installation for the 25mm conduits, 32mm conduits, and adaptable boxes, meter box, consumer units, PVC solvent. Need binding wire, single moldable boxes, double moldable boxes, and nails, PVC pipes, and that will total up to a total of 3,159,000 shillings. So heading to the plumbing section, the plumbing phase, where we'll need internal water supply pipes, PPR pipes, PPR gate valves of 32 millimeters, PPR end caps of 32 millimeters, PPR reducing sockets, PPR pipes 32 millimeters, and PPR mill elbows 32 millimeters by 3/4 inch. We need PPR plugs 3/4 inch, and PPR sockets. Those are for the internal water supply. Then for the drainage, we need PVCTs, PVC plugs, PVC bends, PVC drainage pipes 1.5 inches, Genitex solvent. We need GI socket nipples. We need PVC drainage pipes of 4 inch. Then we also need galley traps, wash hand basins, toilet basins, angle valves, double kitchen sinks, and that will bring us to a total of 9,197,500 shillings. Now the summation for the materials for this particular house will end in 183,897,800 shillings. Yes. So if you're to add the septic tank, which is 4 million, then the total will add up to 187,878,800 shillings. So that's it, and then we have our house constructed. Thank you for watching.